We might be late, but here we are to talk about Chainsaw Man Chapter 105, my title says. I hope that's correct. I think that's correct. Let me get the chapter up here. It is correct. God, thank God I double, triple, quadruple checked that one. But I didn't read the chapter as soon as I have the previous ones. Am I dropping Chainsaw Man? I don't think so. I think there was a little bit of burnout just from doing content more so than the actual chapter. But nonetheless, here we are to talk about it. A whole Isa chapter. No Denji, the way the people love it, as I understand. I guess should we go chronologically or overall? The big meme coming out of this chapter is that it's the school shooter chapter. We're going to get a school shooting next chapter through Yuko, who told Isa not to come to school tomorrow. Is that the exact quote out of the... Because it's obviously a pre-existing meme, but is that the exact quote out of the, the first big school shooting? I remember I watched a documentary on this. It's Columbine, right? That's like the one. I think the scene in that movie, that crazy, wacky movie, was that he saw one of his kind of friends outside. Well, it was two of them. Why are we going into this tangent at the very beginning? I think the actual line was, maybe it was don't go to school tomorrow. Maybe it was like go home or something like that. And he saved this one kid, and the one kid they chose to save was in the documentary and saying some sad shit. What a crazy experience that was. I was watching that when I was like 12 and I thought it was fascinating. Anyway, the big meme since Yuko was introduced was, is she a devil? Is she crazy? Are they gay? We couldn't get a read on Yuko here. Now I'm actually going to need some clarification on this, so I'm sure Miller and everybody in chat will let me know. So she's made a deal with the Justice Devil, everybody. Now, this is a devil I don't think we've seen introduced. This is a very interesting concept for a devil. Hold on, was this introduced because I feel like I went on this monologue one time last time. Has the Justice Devil appeared? Was it in last chapter? No. Because I remember thinking, what if Justice was the scariest devil of all, Lamau? I swear I've made that joke before, and I went to make it just then, but I had the weirdest sense of deja vu. Are world lines clashing right now? No, Justice Devil was in the first chapter of part 2. Huh, okay. Well, I'm on manga sea right now. Don't tell the authorities, but I'm going back to the first chapter of part 2. I think it was 99, right? What does it look like again? It's not the brain one. That was a different one that I don't think we got the name for. No, it was like the typhoon one, because everybody corrected me on that too. Nope, 99 is the second chapter. Things are loading rather slowly right now. Where is it in the first one? Because we got Buckley, the bloke here. Is it the end? It's the girl she kills in chapter... Oh, okay. So, her school friend is the Justice Devil, is that it? Which is, in that case, it would be another devil that's come back very quickly, right? Which is interesting. Fuck it, I accidentally clicked onto the next one. Or was it the teacher? Which one was it? It's the girl she killed. Well, she made a deal with him too. Okay. So the Justice Devil is following her around, it seems, huh? Or something like that? Because I knew there was some implication here, but I just wrote it off and was like, it'll be explained to me when I stream later. So do we know what its powers are? What powers did it give this girl? I don't even remember. Because she was jealous that the teacher was more into Isa now. I made a contract with the Justice Devil to find out how to reach my happy ending with... So because it reads minds? Oh, and it's got a similar, close-up of a mouth here? Interesting. Do mouths have something to do with justice? Is this a motif that we're establishing? Because there is an odd close-up of Yuko's mouth in this chapter. I'm going back to the normal chapter now. Just for everybody that's keeping up. But anyway. Yeah, or maybe it likes making deals with teenage girls. It would be an epic Fujimoto joke. Potentially. So, the actual point on this was that Yuko only did this yesterday, which means... We haven't seen her since she's made the deal. Oh no, she killed her neighbor yesterday. I killed someone yesterday, my neighbor, wow, why'd you do it? And then it was he kept gambling at pachinko when he was on welfare. And then we get one of the awkward silences, which is part of the meme this chapter. Where does she pronounce that she's made a deal? Here's the mouth shot. I made a contract with the Justice Devil turns your sense of justice into power. I can read minds now. It's perfect for me since I don't understand people. There are no more secrets between us. I feel like getting that off my chest. It's in the name of justice. I made a contract to save you, Isa. There's a million sort of ways this could go, I think. I just noticed I didn't even think about it, but obviously the neighbor that she does wave to and is like, oh, he's nice to me sometimes, has a dog, and these dogs are important in Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I feel bad for Yuko. Justice Devil seems to corrupt people. It's this Yuko bitch's fault. I've seen Devilman. I know that it's not really the devils, but the people that are in the fault. The fault in the wrong, I think is what I was going to say. Now, was the soft drink joke also already established? It was, right? That's like a callback when she's like, I got soft drinks, Lamau. But we sort of just jumped into the Yuko conversation, which I think is the bulk of the chapter, except for the early bits, which is an Isa and, is it Euro? Because it's kind of similar to Yuko, whatever the fucking War Devil's actual name is. I forget. She gets really pouty when she gets called stupid. It's cute. They argue about how there's no way Denji actually is Chainsaw Man because no actual Chainsaw Man would have a Chainsaw Man shirt and say he's Chainsaw Man and all this stuff, but obviously they don't understand Denji. He's our boy, we love him. War Devil wants to go hunting, but she's like, no, I'm going to visit Yuko, which she had mentioned the last time that she had gone to visit her before, right? How come it's always the Chainsaw Man ones where we get the yawns? No, I was going to say, because the line here from the War Devil is that, basically she goes that luring a devil to the school could be a good idea to try and find out Chainsaw Man, but this could also be a bad thing because when it kills school kids, I'm sure Isa wouldn't actually like that. Though Isa is also learning to keep her preoccupied so she can do what she wants. Because she, as in the War Devil, does threaten to kill her if she doesn't do as she says. But yes, this dynamic is continuing. I was going to say, hold on. I was going to say that Yuko could be the devil and somehow she orchestrated the Justice Devil to go to Yuko, but that would have happened the day before because this is on the same day. Besides that, it could be a funny little irony that instead of the War Devil trying to get a devil to come to the school to attack it, it kind of inadvertently through sort of accidental things, it's actually Isa that does it because Yuko is going to do it next chapter. That'd be a cute little bit of irony. But anyway, remember Yuko saying the results of her actions don't matter as long as your heart is in the right place. Indeed, I guess. Hey, and we sort of made fun of that theme, and we're like, stories are so dumb when they bring up this theme, and here goes Fujimoto actually taking it to the extreme. What a smart fella he is. Guessing we're going to get Denji versus Yuko big battle. How exciting. Well, if fucking War Devil over here, who apparently is pretty weak, can beat up the Justice Devil blokes, Denji should have no problem, right? But we'll see. Maybe she'll have some surprises. Besides that in the chapter, the biggest sort of running motif, I guess, is the awkward silence panels, which I feel like Fujimoto has used a lot, but this is the first chapter kind of directly about it. But yes, the long shots of like the city and like the passing of time and sort of the awkward looking away from each other, because they're not sitting right next to each other, the door's like between them, it's kind of weird. Nobody has touched either the drinks. Just like a funny, awkward thing where when you are feeling awkward and somebody offers you something, you sort of say you don't want it, even if you maybe kind of do, just because, I don't know, it would be weird. These little awkward tics are very collected in this chapter. Even the classic, if it's an awkward silence, just address that it's an awkward silence and then everything will be fine. But then when you actually do that in situations, you fucking... you do it and then it's still awkward afterwards, and now it's doubly awkward. I've definitely been in that situation before, but yeah, I thought that was cute to incorporate into a chapter. It also makes them very cute, but then, like, when the cuteness is sort of corrupted in the awkward, like, because awkward silences is such a funny, like, normal everyday thing when that's interrupted by I killed somebody and devil talk. It's some of the off-putting. This is the first time I got, like, a horror vibe from Chainsaw Man, but I assume a lot of people would call Chainsaw Man at least slightly horror, maybe in the same way you'd call, like, especially early Attack on Titan horror in some regards, or even Berserk horror, but it was, like, kind of creepy for the first time that I can remember. Yuko here, which is very interesting. I don't know. The direction of Yuko will be interesting. I assume she has to die. I wonder if Denji will do it and then Isa will be mad, or if the War Devil will do it and Isa will be mad, or if Isa will do it herself. It'll be interesting. But yeah, we've sort of gone more general, so now if I want to say anything more, I would probably have to go line by line. Did I miss anything big, Chad? Is there anything big I have to address? Well, there's Isa's awkward peeing herself story and then trying to write it off as sweat, it's another, like, little descriptive thing of, like, I'm sure I did something like that when I was, like, 6 years old. Where it's like, yeah, everybody will believe that it's sweat, even though I just pissed everywhere, Lamal. Though I don't remember ever pissing myself in school. But something about that was, like, vaguely familiar, especially as trying to be, like, a dumb kid. Yuko laughing a little too much also, like, plays into the awkwardness. When Yuko was first introduced, she was sort of the bubbly anime, like, girl. And I feel like this is a more realistic slant on that of, like, actually that girl is kind of fucking awkward, especially if you do a more grounded sort of interpersonal tone. And I think that's another thing that was definitely captured here, because, like, when you're watching a story and something weird happens, but it's a story, it's a usual, like, story trope, you sort of go with it. But then stories can always do the double take where it's like, oh, but let's actually take a serious look at this, and it equally catches you off guard, but is, like, equally believable, especially in retrospect. And it's also interesting because Isa also clearly told her just before, and this is, like, implied after Yuko says that I killed somebody yesterday, but Isa does bring up that she killed somebody. Obviously the class rep and the teacher, which is it's a neat little thing of, like, oh, that's why Yuko would feel comfortable bringing that up. Even though Yuko's is far more creepy because we have sort of a bias because we know what actually happened with the Isa example. I don't know. Very cute, very clever. Old Chainsaw Man. Can you believe it? Also, I just saw that RE, at 9 o'clock it was scheduled for the second Black Sails video to go live on RE's channel. But we'll talk more about that on stream after I'm finished reviewing the Chainsaw Man chapter. It's kind of a similar vibe to Makima telling Denji to kill Power, and he can't tell if she's joking. Yes, that's very similar, yeah. Does she tell him to kill Power, or just says, I'm going to kill Power when she opens that door? And that's, like, the full Makima heel turn. But yeah, I remember that moment. Isa is going to one-shot Yuko and the Justice Devil in order to be accepted into the Devil Hunting Club is my prediction. They did bring that up. That could be interesting. Another meme anime thing that they could be taking seriously here is if instead of being, like, this governmental devil hunting organization like we had in part 1, if it literally is the three of them, as in Yoshida, Denji, and Isa, if they're all running around as, like, high school devil hunters. It's like, that's the meme in Kill la Kill, right? That, like, it's all, like, high school politics, but it's actually these massive battles with and it's kind of goofy, but that's part of the point. This is all based in a high school, which is sort of an anime thing. But for us to have gone from big governmental organization to high school local devil hunting club, I think is going to be a cute thing. And for us to get in, maybe she does have to use Yuko's corpse or whatever, which would be interesting. But maybe Heath is onto something with that prediction. I know, is there anything else to go over? I don't know. Usually I try to drag these out because I think the only way people are going to watch these is as background noise, and I don't know. If you click on something that's like 15 minutes long for background noise, though I don't know how long this has been so far, it could be like 20 or 25 minutes. I feel like you wouldn't do that. It's too short. You'll have to change videos in 15 minutes and that'll be annoying, but I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't drag things out unnecessarily. I know, all in that vein, it's like interesting that Yuko points out that she's never had friends either, and even Isa is like, no, you probably had a bunch of friends, but she's like, nope. And she also says like nobody in class that she talks to came to check on her except for Isa. Again, it's all like cute relationship building stuff. Also, like the lack of, and this goes into her not understanding people. We're trying to avoid the be autistic word here. She'd have a field day with this. I wonder if she's reading Chainsaw Man Part 2 since they covered all of Chainsaw Man Part 1 on content. I wonder if Nate's reading it. Where do we find these opinions? Fuck, I completely forgot my stupid tangent what I was talking about. The autism card, and her talking about how she doesn't... her not understanding that like besties incidentally end up sharing all of their secrets. You don't become besties by sharing all your secrets. You sort of reflect when you are best friends with somebody, that you've shared all their secrets. Though I don't share secrets with nobody, so I guess I've never had a best friend. How sad. But that was really cute. I like that a lot with Yuko. And sort of not understanding that. It all piles on top of each other. Yes. And then we do get the final meme page. I'm going to get rid of your bullying problem. Don't come to school tomorrow. She's going to do it with the right intentions. I wonder if she will just kill the well, I guess the whole class is technically the bullies. I guess this is how Isa gets back in good with them, is she saves them from this situation, and maybe they'll have a Naruto moment at the end where they all throw her up in the air and say, "We always loved you," and she'll be accepted. Again, there's lots of interesting ways this whole nonsense could go. Did you laugh a lot when you saw the last page? Not really. Well, I think I'd seen the last page in the Discord already. I'd at least seen the line. I knew that she was going to shoot up the school. So I guess I went into this chapter knowing that the twist was coming, but whatever. But no, I didn't laugh at all. Personally, I don't think school shootings are very funny. I don't know about Miller in chat here. Oh my goodness. I think that is where we'll end things off. Fuck it, we'll be short and succinct with this one. Chainsaw Man will be back. It's bi-weekly, every 2 weeks. We're still enjoying it, even though I got this out late. It was not an indication that I'm going to drop it. At least I don't think so. I really like the art and the paneling and everything, and the character interactions and all the things that make Chainsaw Man pretty and good. I wasn't going to say pretty good there, but pretty and good. Pretty and cute. Cute and clever. That's what we usually say. But check back on the second channel. We've had a shit ton of content recently. The second part of the Attack on Titan reread is up on Ordinary RE on Elite RE's second channel. Everybody should be going to watch that. We've got House of the Dragon shit coming out every week, sometimes twice a week. Crazy stuff. But with that being said, check all that shit out. Support links in the description below. Thanks.